Hi, I'm looking rough, I know. It's Kristal from Kristal's Beautiful Chaos. I hope you all are doing well. If you're new here, please make sure to hit that red subscribe button along with the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Real quick, I do want to shout out Miss Friggle J. If you guys aren't following her, please go check her channel out. She could use all the love and support that you all could give her at this time, as she is still in Chicago when she typically resides and works in Florida. So make sure to go check her out. She also has a GoFundMe page set up by Mari from Everything Mari, and her Cash App is on her community tab. She could use any support financially, good juju, good vibes, prayers, all of that nonsense. I'm looking rough. There has been a crap ton of stuff going on in this family. The Lord is testing me, y'all. For sure. And I know the saying goes, He only gives the hardest things to those who can handle it. But I had a little breakdown this morning, so this is why I'm looking so rough. But I do have a recipe that I swore I was going to share with you guys once I made it again. And here we are, because baby daddy, father of my children who are grown, is coming out today to help me with an issue in this house. So in exchange, he doesn't ask for any money. He just asks for food of any kind, really. So he loves my creamy marshmallow pineapple squares. I had made these before when his dad passed away back in April for him. So I am going to make those again for him right now. And I figured I would share. So let's jump into it. Okay, y'all, first things first, we need to make a crust. So to make a crust, we're going to use 1.5 cups of the Kellogg's Graham Cracker Crumbs Original, which I always have to put in a separate bag because I make a mess. I am a messy baker. I love to bake. I'm really good at baking. However, I'm a messy baker. Excuse my whole mess here, but I did clean off the island as much as I felt like it, considering today has been a crap day. So let's fill this. Ooh, see what I mean? A little bit more. If you hear a loud noise in the background, the washer's running with the mop head in it only. Look at that mess. I told you guys. That's good enough. Okay, so that's 1.5 cups. Peyton got me these measuring cups. So, 1.5 cups. Do I need to turn my ring light on? I might need to. It looks a little dark. Let me clean. Let me try to clean as we go. Okay, y'all, I had to turn the ring light on. It was just too darn dark. So, I'm sweeping up that mess real quick. Then we're going to need to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. So I got my tablespoon measuring spoon. Come on, I don't like it. Sugar chunks in it. You know what I'm talking about. There's 1. There's 2. Why did I do that? I don't know. Because your girl's losing her friggin' marbles today. Yes, she is, y'all. Yes, she is. Okay, there's that. I'm going to need this again. I misread my... This is my recipe book that I do all my handwritten recipes in. Okay, then we need 1/4 cup of melted butter. It's already soft. I gotta get a bowl. Hold your horses, y'all. I like to use the measurements on here that are already on the butter. So 1/4 cup is 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons. I'll get my butter knife. I'm just gonna mark it through the paper first because you know. It's half a stick of butter. Half. And I'm going to pop this in the microwave for like 30 seconds just so it completely melts down. 20 seconds because it was already soft. We're just going to pour this in here with the graham cracker crumbs and sugar. And then we're going to mix this up. Excuse me. Next up, we're going to pour it in this 9 by 13 baking dish, like so. We're going to spread this out as evenly as possible. Good enough. And then you want to take your hand and just press it down into the bottom of your pan. And try to do it as even as possible. You know, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. All falls apart, honest to God, most of the time when I cut it. Okay, now we're going to pop this in the oven at 350 degrees for 8 minutes. While that's doing its thing, we're going to do the creamy marshmallow layer of this. So, hold on, I got to grab one more thing. Your girl's a mess, a mess, a mess today. I have cried on and off for an hour today. Yes, your girl has. Yes, your girl has. Because life is hard. And I'm friggin' tired. Oh, you need your hand mixer too if you have one. I would really suggest having one. This next part is kind of a pain in the bum to do by hand without one. Okay, so we're going to take an incomplete 8-ounce package of cream cheese softened. So I've had this sitting out for a little over an hour now. It's nice and soft. So there's that. You're also going to want to take an entire jar. You heard that right, y'all. I need another spoon for this part. An entire jar of jet puffed marshmallow cream, 7 ounces, okay? And you're going to add it to this cream cheese. I hate working with this stuff just because it's so darn sticky. And it doesn't like to come off the spoon all the time. The kids already opened this, which means they stole some of it, probably for peanut butter and fluff sandwiches. But I don't care if they, because there was not even like a dent in this, really, honestly. What baby daddy don't know won't hurt him. Right? Right. So long as it tastes good, that's all he cares about. See what I'm saying? Yes, sir, what I'm saying, y'all, with this stupid. Doesn't like to come off the spoon once it gets to this point. But I make it. So gooey. But this dessert is pretty good, so I guess I can't complain too much. I mean, you can scrape the jar as much as you can. I don't know if it's really worth it though, because then it just becomes a bigger pain in the ass. Like, was this tiny little bit worth it? Probably not. So there's that. Then you want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to this concoction. So, got my vanilla. I love that my sink's right behind me because I just chuck crap into it. Now we're going to beat this together real quick, y'all. That's all beat together. You want to take 1.5 cups of Cool Whip. I just use the cheaper version, the Walmart brand. Baby daddy don't know the difference. He don't care so long as it's edible. Okay, and that's why I saved this white 1.5 cup measuring cup. Yep, I know I'm dirtying now a 4th spoon, but I do the dishes, so it doesn't really make a difference. There's 1.5 cups, okay? And you add it to your marshmallow, cream cheese, vanilla concoction here. Now, the recipe says to whisk in this Cool Whip. Y'all, your girl ain't got time to be handling all that with a whisk because the cream cheese and fluff are super thick, okay? So we're going to just use my beater. Call it cheating if you want to. So there. So now we're going to blend this together. Excuse me. Okay, that's done. I always do that with my beaters. Get all the extra off of there. Set that in the sink. And now we have another 1 minute and 12 seconds to wait for the crust. Oh my God. The crust to cool down. So while we wait for, not cool down, to finish baking. Go to bed, girl. Go to bed. You can't. So I'm just going to clean up a little bit while we wait for that to beep. And, oh, we got 5. Let me get my pot holders ready. You know, a lot of people complain about these Dollar Tree pot holders, but I don't hate them. They work just fine for me. Crust is done. Turn the oven off. So we don't need that no more. Get my cooling rack. And we're just going to let that sit for a few minutes to cool down before we add this topping to it. It'll be right hot though. Let's give it a couple more minutes. While we give this a couple more minutes, you want to boil some water in your tea kettle. We're going to need 1 cup of boiling water for the next step. All right. Let's do the darn thing. So how I like to do this is I just put big globs on the crust, sporadically, randomly. The dogs are watching me from the living room. Scraping it all of it that I can get. And then we're going to just spread it. I am going to keep my pot holder here, though, just because the pan is still warm. And this is going to pull your crust up. This is why I hate making this stuff. But at the end of the day, nobody is any the wiser. Nobody has a clue that it happened. So it's kind of like, well, whatever. Let me get a butter knife. A booter knife. I need a booter knife. There we go. This irks my soul. It irks my soul. But it's one of my most requested desserts. So I just say whatever. Let go and let God, which is what I try to do on a daily basis. But whoo boy, me and the Lord have been having some conversations. I hear my tea kettle getting hot. I'm sweating like a pouring church right now, y'all, because of that oven being on. And the air's on, but whatever. I feel like this is as good as this is gonna get. And then we're going to pop this in the fridge to let it set some and cool some more. And I will set it in there on the cooling rack. That way it doesn't, you know, mess up my tempered glass. And I mean, it is tempered glass in the fridge, but I just don't like to take the chance. And the way my luck's been going, I don't need no more crap. No more crap that happened bad. I paid too much money for this fridge. I gotta make some room. Oh boy, I gotta make some room for a lot of things. Okay, we're back, you guys. Water's done boiling. And we need a cup of it. So I'm gonna pour my 1 cup of boiling water in my liquid measuring cup. And then we're going to take 2 packs of lemon Jello, which are 3 ounces each. And we're going to pour them in this bowl. And then we're going to add the boiling water to this. Made a mess again. Always do. And we're just going to use our whisk to stir this together until that is completely dissolved. So about 2 minutes of just stirring this together until the Jello mix is dissolved. I think that's good. And we're just going to set this whisk in this for a second. It's okay. And then you're going to add 1 can of crushed pineapple, 20 ounces. To this Jello mix. Here's where your pineapple flavor comes in. And we're just going to stir this together. I'm just going to use the whisk. Stir it, stir it, stir it. Those chunks out. Okay, so that's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to let it start to set, but not fully set. And then once it's set, we're going to pour it on top of that crust and white marshmallow filling. So I'm going to go stick this in the fridge for 30 minutes. While we wait for that to set, I'm going to clean up the mess I made in the sink. and on the counter here. Okay, y'all, we are back. It's been 30 minutes. I got all the dishes done, everything wiped down. Did the switch, which is me just putting whatever was in the wash in the dry. So we have our our crust with marshmallow marshmallow, oh my gosh. Marshmallow filling and our Jell-O pineapple. We're just gonna pour this over top as evenly as possible. And then we'll use the spoon to spread it out more as well. I guess I fibbed. Now I have 2 more dishes to wash, but you know what I mean. The rest of them are done. Just make sure all that white in the crust are covered as best as possible. And then I'm going to wrap it with some saran wrap and put it back in the fridge. This has to sit in the fridge for a minimum of 2 hours. So it gives that Jell-O, this is why I hate saran wrap, time to set. And that's it. And then you just cut it like you would a lasagna in the biggest squares you want. And serve it like that. You can put more Cool Whip on top of it if you want to, but everybody just scoops it out of here after I cut it and eats it like that. And that is it, you guys. So let me know if you guys are going to give this recipe a try. And if you do, what you guys think of it. Thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate you all and love you all so much. I will talk to you guys soon.